students. Welcome to Dr. Subhash Technical Campus. As a part of our subject, we will study on the chapter Measures of Central Tendency. This chapter includes mean, median and mode. But in this particular lecture, we will discuss on the introductory part of measures of central tendency, and we will discuss mean and its different types. That is arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean. First, let us define measure of central tendency. Any statistical method which gives an idea about the position of the point around which the other observations cluster is called measure of central tendency. There are three commonly used averages which are known as measure of central tendency. First is mean, and these are of three types: AM, GM and HM. Next is median and next is mode. Now all these central tendency measures can be calculated in three different ways according to given observations. First type is if there are n number of observations given to us. Second type if when frequency distribution is given to us, and the last one is when class interval and frequency distribution is given to us. For these three different types, we will discuss mean, median and mode. But in this particular lecture, we will only discuss on mean. First, let us define what is arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is defined as an average obtained by adding the values of items and dividing the sum by total number of items. That is the general way which we are using in our usual mathematics, that we will add all the numbers and we will divide by total number of numbers. Okay. So first is when n observations are given to us. If x1, x2 up to xn are n observations, then arithmetic mean is defined and denoted by x bar equal to am, which is equal to sum of all the numbers divided by total number of numbers. Symbolically, we denote it by summation xi upon n. Next is when frequency distribution is given. That is when only fi and xi is given to us, then mean is defined by x bar equal to summation xi fi upon summation fi. And the third one is if class interval, that is grouped data, is given to us along with frequency distribution, then mean is given by x bar equal to a plus sigma fi di upon summation fi into h, where h is the width of a class and a is the assumed mean, and di is given by xi minus a upon h. Now let us discuss some of the examples based on arithmetic mean. First example is find the mean of temperature recorded in degrees Celsius during a week in the month of April. The given values are 38.2, 40.9, 39, 44, 39.6, 40.5 and 39.5. See here, this is of the first type, that is when n observations are given to us. Okay, so here there are 7 observations given to us. So x bar equal to summation of all the terms divided by 7. See here in the next step we have added all the terms and we will divide the sum by 7. So we get our mean as 40.2. One more example of the same type. Find the mean marks of 9 students obtained in their mid-semester exams out of 30. See, there are 9 students, so n equal to 9 and their marks out of 30 is given to us. So this is again of the first type. So mean will be given by summation of all the terms divided by total number of terms. So first we will add all the terms, all the values given to us, and then we will divide that number by 9. On calculating this, we get our mean as 16.94. That is, this is the type which we are regularly using this simple average method. Now, next example is when frequency distribution is given to us. That is when xi and fi are given to us. Question is, find the average wages for the construction of building paid to different workers. Here wages are given 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. And number of workers are 3, 5, 6, 9 and 2. Here first column of wages is xi and the second column, second row of number of worker is our fi. So xi and fi are given to us. Then average is given by x bar equal to summation xi fi upon summation fi. Now first we'll make a table because we need the value of summation of xi fi. So first column is the values given to us of xi. Second column is number of workers which we name it as fi. Since we need summation of xi into fi, so we construct our next column, that is xi into fi. We will multiply the corresponding terms. 100 into 3, that is 300. 200 into 5, that is 1000. Similarly, we will calculate all the entries and we will find the sum of fi and xi fi. So on adding all the terms of fi, we get our sum is 25. And on adding all the terms of xi fi, we get our term is 7700. Now we'll put these values in equation 1. Our equation was x bar equal to sigma xi fi upon sigma xi fi. So sigma xi fi is 7700 and fi is 25. So on dividing this, we get our mean as 308. So this is our final required answer. Let us take one more example of the same type. Find the arithmetic mean of the following. See again here, we are given xi and fi. There are 6 different values of xi and fi. Now again, simple frequency distribution is given to us. So arithmetic mean is given by sigma xi fi upon sigma fi. Again we will construct a simple table. First we will write all the values of xi and fi. And next we will find xi into fi. We will multiply the corresponding entries of xi and fi. 35 into 12, that is 420. 45 into 18, that is 810. Similarly, we will multiply all the entries of xi and fi and will find the summation of fi and xi fi. So on adding all the values of fi, we get our total as 60, and on adding all the values of xi fi, we get our total as 3245. Now we will put these values in the formula of arithmetic mean, that is sigma xi fi upon sigma fi. So we divide 3245 by 60, we get our mean as 54.08. So this is our required mean for the given frequency distribution table. Now next example is on when class interval is given to us. So the question is, following is the number of visitors in 180 days in a zoo. Find the average. See, now you can see here the number of visitors. First row is given in terms of class interval 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30 and so on. And the next row, number of days, that is our frequency values. So first we need to find xi because we need xi to find our di. So first we write the formula of the mean when class interval is given to us. So the formula is x bar equal to a plus summation fi di upon summation fi into h. So h is the width of the class, that is 10. That will get from the class interval. See, class interval is 1 to 20, 11 to 20, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30. So there is a difference of 10, 10. Okay, so h is equal to 10. A is assumed mean, that I will teach you from the table. And di is xi minus a upon h. I will make you understand this in the next table. So first we will construct the table from the given values. See, first we have written class interval. This is already given to us. And fi, this column is also given to us. Okay. First we need to find xi. We will find xi here, average of class intervals. Our first class interval is 1 to 10. So I will add first 1 plus 10, that is 11. I am taking the average of it. So 11 by 2, that is 5.5. Similarly, next class interval is 11 to 20. So 11 plus 20 divided by 2. So it will be 31 by 2, that is 15.5. Similarly, we will find all the values of xi. Now, we need the value of a, that is assumed mean here. Okay. So, for assumed mean, we will take the middle value of xi. See here, in this case, there are 6 values. So, we get middle value as 25.5 and 35.5. Both are the middle values. Okay. So, you can choose either of them. Either you can take capital A as 25.5. You can also take 35.5. Here I am considering my A as 35.5. So next column will be of di, that is xi minus a upon h. So A is 35.5 and h is 10. Now I will put each values of xi and I will find corresponding values of di. So first entry will be xi, that is 5.5 minus 35.5, that is 30, divided by 10, that is minus 30 divided by 10, which is equal to minus 3. Similarly, we will put each values of xi and we will find the corresponding values of di. Next part we needed is summation of fi di. So we will multiply fi into di. First entry is 22 into minus 3, that is minus 66. Similarly, we will multiply all the entries of fi and di. And we will find the sum of fi into di, which is minus 87. Now we will put all these values in the given equation 1. So x bar equal to a plus, our a is 35.5 plus summation fi di, that is minus 87 divided by summation fi, that is 180 into h, that is 10. So on calculating this, we get our mean as 30.67. Let us take one more example of the same type. Find the average of the given data. Here our given data is class interval and fi. Okay. So class interval is 35 to 40, 40 to 45 and so on up to 80 to 85. And we are also given the frequency values. So first we will write the formula x bar equal to a plus sigma x fi di upon sigma fi into h. Here from the class interval you can see there is a gap of 5. So h is equal to 5. Capital A assumed mean will get from the table and xi equal di equal to xi minus a upon h. So first we construct the table. class interval is given to us and frequency is given to us. On finding the sum of all fi, we get 210. So first we need to calculate xi, that is we will take the average of the starting and ending point of class interval. 35 plus 40 divided by 2, that is 37.5. Similarly, 40 plus 45 by 2, that is 42.5. Similarly, we'll find the average of all the class intervals and we'll get the corresponding values of xi. Now we'll find assumed mean. See here, our assumed mean we are taking is 62.5. Again here there are two mid values, that is 57.5 and 62.5. You can take either of the mid value. Here I am taking my mid value and assume mean as 62.5. Now I will put these values of xi in dA. So dA is xi minus a upon h. We will put different values of xi and we will find the corresponding values of dA. Next table is to construct fi into dA. We will multiply fi and dA corresponding values and we will find the sum of fi into dA. Now we will put these values in our equation 1. That is x bar equal to 62.5, that is a, our assumed mean, plus summation fi di, that is minus 28 upon summation fi, that is 210 into h. On calculating this, we get our mean as 61.83. Okay, so this were the few examples based on arithmetic mean. Now our next topic is geometric mean, that is GM. Geometric mean is useful in calculation of index numbers, dealing with ratios and etc. Now let us see some formulas on geometric mean. For n observations, geometric mean is given by GM equal to x1, x2 up to xn raised to 1 by n. And next is, if the number of items is large and their size is big, then the calculations are done with the help of logarithm. That is, GM is equal to nt log of 1 upon n, where n is the number of observations, log x1 plus log x2 up to log xn. And or you can say is GM equal to nt log of 1 upon n sigma fi into log xi. Okay. Let us see some examples on geometric mean. First example is, the marks obtained by students are 10, 20, 35, 15, 25 and 35 in 7 different subjects. We have to find the geometric mean. See, now by the first formula, geometric mean is given by GM equal to x1, x2 up to xn raised to 1 by n. Now we'll put all the values and multiply. So I substituted all the values, all the 7 values, and I'm multiplying it. And next I have to do is, I have to take the antilog. So antilog of this 1 by 7 will come here. So antilog of 1 by 7, and now I will take log of all the terms. Consider here log in scientific LC. Okay. So on calculating all the values, in the next step, I will take the antilog of the obtained value. I am adding all the values here. On adding, I get my answer is 8.5952 divided by 7. That is, I have to find the antilog of 1.2279. Now, antilog of this is 10 to the power 1.2279. When you take this 10 raised to 1.2279, you get your answer as 16.9, which is your geometric mean. Again I am repeating, consider LOG when you are using scientific LC. Our next question is, find the geometric mean of the following distribution. Here wages and number of persons are given to us. So we will use the formula for xi and fi. So our x is given to us and f is given to us. Total of f will be 15. Now we need to find log x, because in our formula we will need log x and f into log x. We will take log of each and every term of x. So that will be my next column, and I will multiply f into log x. On multiplying all the values, we find the total value of f into log x, that is 27.18937. Now I will put these values in the formula. So formula is geometric mean equal to antilog of 1 upon n, that is 1 upon n is summation of fi, okay, into summation of fi log xi. So antilog of 1 upon 15 into the mean value. Now again I will take the antilog of this. So antilog of 1.8162 will be 10 raised to the power 1.8162. So on calculating this, you get your answer as 64.9561, which is the required value of geometric mean. Now next example is, when class interval is given to us. Here the same formula is used which we have used in example 2. Just we need to add one column, that is the column of xi. Class intervals are given to us, that is goals, and number of pairs are also given to us. So that are our fi. So fi is given to us. We find its total, which is capital N, that is equal to 44. First we find the mid value of x. So 0 plus 10, that is 5. 0 plus 10 by 2, that is 5. Next interval is 10 to 20. So 10 plus 20 by 2, that is 30. 30 by 2 is 15. Similarly, we find all the values of xi. Now I will find log xi. I will find log of each and every entry of xi, and I will multiply these values by fi. That is, I will multiply fi into log xi. I will multiply corresponding entries and get all the values of this column. Now I will add all this value and get the total as 59.3773. So geometric mean equal to antilog of 1 upon summation fi 1 upon n, or you can say 1 upon summation fi, that is into sigma fi log xi. So total of all the values was 44, and this total was 59.3773. Now I will take the antilog of this value, that is I will take 10 to the power 1.3495. I will get my answer as 22.37, which is the required geometric mean for the given values. Next and last topic of mean is harmonic mean, that is HM. The reciprocal of arithmetic mean of reciprocal of variance is called the harmonic mean. This is the basic definition of harmonic mean. Now let us see some formulas. For the observations x1, x2 up to xn, harmonic mean is given by 1 upon n summation 1 upon xi. Next formula, when xi and fi are given to us, then harmonic mean is equal to capital N, that is summation of fi upon summation fi upon xi. There are two results, that is arithmetic mean is greater than geometric mean, and that is greater than harmonic mean. And the other result is GM, that is geometric mean, equal to under root of arithmetic mean into harmonic mean. When any two of the values are given to us, then we can find the third one. Now let us see some examples on harmonic mean. Find the harmonic mean of the data 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So here first formula will be applied, that is 1 upon h equal to 1 upon n summation 1 upon xi. Here total 5 values are given to us. So here n is equal to 5 and 1 upon xi. I will take the reciprocal of each and every values. That is 5, in place of 5 I will put 1 upon 5. In place of 6 I will put 1 upon 6. Similarly, I will add 1 upon 7, 1 upon 8 and 1 upon 9. I will calculate these values and I get 1 upon h equal to 1 by 0.149. This is the value of 1 upon h. So h will be the reciprocal of this term. Okay. So I will get h equal to 6.711. This is the value of harmonic mean of the given data. Now let us take one more example. Suppose a car moves 50 km with a speed of 60 km per hour. Then 50 km with a speed of 70 km per hour and next 70 km at a speed of 80 km per hour. Find the average speed. Now let us see the solution. To find the average speed, we require to find the harmonic mean of 50, that is a distance, 55, 70 and that will be with respect to the speed, that is 60, 70 and 80 respectively. So I will use the formula 1 upon h equal to 1 upon n, that is 1 upon sigma fi. Here our fi's are 60, 70 and 80 and xi's are 50, 55 and 70. So fi upon xi. So we'll divide each fi upon xi. 60 upon 50, 70 upon 55 and 80 upon 70. And I will divide by all fi's. I get 3.616 upon 210. But this is the value of 1 upon h. So h will be equal to 210 upon 3.616, that is 58.075, which is the required average speed of the given values. Now one last topic based on the harmonic mean. Find harmonic mean for the following distribution. First, class interval is given to us as our marks and frequency is given in terms of number of students. So first we construct a table. That is, first we find the mid marks, mid values of the class interval. So first is 40 to 50. So 40 plus 50 by 2, that is 90 by 2, which is equal to 45. Similarly, we will calculate all the class mark. Okay. And next fi is given to us. Total of fi is, summation of fi is 65 and we will calculate fi upon xi. We will divide fi by xi. We will do this for all the entries and we will find the summation, that is 1.0314. Now I will put these values in the equation of harmonic mean. So I get 1.0314 upon 65. But this is 1 upon h. To find h, we have to find the reciprocal of this. So h will be equal to 65 upon 1.0314. That is h equal to 63.021. So dear students, this was the first topic of measure of central tendency. We have discussed here what is mean and different types of mean, that is harmonic mean, geometric mean and arithmetic mean. And we have calculated different values by taking different examples of n observations, of simple frequency distribution and of harmonic. Also you calculated for the given class interval. Thank you.